Hello, so a week and a half ago I was meant to do the Twins of Evil review, my thoughts on Twins of Evil, because it got voted for in the weekly polls I was doing, where the winning film I would sit down and watch and then do a quick my thoughts video. I've just got around to watching it, so it is a week and a half late. Sorry about that to everybody who did vote, because there's quite a few of you who voted. This was the winning film. Yeah, so I'm just going to give a brief synopsis, and then I'll tell you what I thought of it. So it's a Hammer horror, 1971. The top billed actor's Peter Cushing. He plays Gustav Wahl, who is a member of the church in the local small village. His nieces come to stay with him, Frida and Maria. Frida has kind of like a longing for like mischief and a longing to become something darker than what she is. Maria is the nice one, I guess. You know, she's a bit more pure. There's the Count in the film, who is well, he's transformed into a vampire. Anyway, a little bit more on Gustav. So him and his sort of like band of men, they go around burning women at the stake, young attractive women. They go and, you know, accuse them of witchcraft and whatnot. A lot of the townspeople are kind of a little bit resentful of this. Some of them completely agree and think, you know, if these people are doing the devil's work, then they should be you know, killed and have their soul cleansed. And some of them are opposed to it. The Count's one of them, but he turns out to be one of the devil's minions anyways. He's transformed into a vampire after a sacrificial ritual at his castle, where he sacrifices a young woman with a blade, plunges it into her heart, I guess. Then the blood leaks down from the wound and drips into the tomb underneath, which is of the Countess, who has been dead for a long time. She's resurrected, turns the Count into a vampire himself. Frida and Maria, like I say, have gone to stay with Gustav after their parents have died, so they're new to the village. Gustav obviously tries to shelter them a little, and Frida thinks he's repressive, and Frida sort of is very intrigued by the Count and his castle. She goes up there. Well, she's going through the woods, and one of his, we'll just call them his like allies or his minions, this big guy, he takes her into the carriage, takes her up to the castle. She has dinner with the Count. She ends up transforming into a vampire because the Count drinks some of her blood, and if you're that way inclined, you will become a vampire yourself. So there is a little spoiler there, so you know, but I'm not going to spoil too much. And anyway, things go from there, and then it gets to the point where you've got the good twin and the bad twin, and you can't it's hard to distinguish which one is which, as they both like to swap with each other's identity for various situations. They'll swap identities and things like that. Things get mixed up. Gustav can't distinguish which one's the vampire Frida, which one's the innocent twin Maria, and you know, all boy, the tension sort of brews towards like an showdown at the end with the Count and Gustav and his men. And also will Gustav burn Frida at the stake and cleanse her soul, or will he accidentally do that to Maria because Frida is pretending to be Maria? You know, will he discover if he's got the right twin or not? It's very hard for Gustav. He doesn't want to kill either one of them. He knows he's probably got to cleanse Frida's soul by burning her at the stake. But little do they know, with them being vampires, there's only one way to actually kill them for good without them sort of being resurrected or returning. and that is through either decapitation or an stake through the heart. So all leads up to that sort of showdown between Gustav and the Count. Yeah, I really liked it. So Twins of Evil, I won't spoil too much. I did give away a couple of spoilers there, so you know, I sort of had to give a decent, like, you know, brief synopsis on the film. But yeah, good acting, good atmosphere. It's one of the best Hammer films I've seen. I've not seen too many. I'm quite a newbie to Hammer, somewhat. I really liked Vampire Circus. That was my favourite one. Twins of Evil may have taken that top spot. It's between Vampire Circus and Twins of Evil out of the sort of handful of Hammer films that I have watched so far. I do have quite a decent collection of Hammer films. I have picked quite a few up on Blu-ray. I don't think any of them have been released on 4K yet, so let's hope next year we get some Hammer on 4K, maybe like a really good box set or some individual releases from like some of the labels. That'd be really awesome. Yeah, Twins of Evil though, and is one of the best Hammer films I've seen. Acting's really good. Peter Cushing puts in a really good performance as Gustav. The twins are really good. Their names are there. Mary and Madeleine Collinson, they're really good. It's got Dennis Price in there. Yeah, Peter Cushing though, very good performance, very sort of like stoic, you know, very stoic performance from Peter Cushing playing Gustav. Yeah, I enjoyed his performance a lot. I thought the twins put in a great performance as well. You know, they're very intriguing characters and different as well. You know, each twin is different. Marie is different from Frida and vice versa. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a very good Hammer film. I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5 stars, so not far off being a pretty much perfect film. I wouldn't say it's perfect though, but it's really good, really engaging. You know, captures the kind of that era very well. Where it's set, I think it's set in the, let's have a little look. I think it was the 1500s, or maybe, don't know if it says 1500s, 1600s. I'm assuming maybe 1700s. I don't think it's quite medieval times. I think it's a bit post-medieval times. I should have perhaps done the research on the film by then, but I was so engaged in just watching it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I reckon it's a bit post-medieval. It's set from 1971. Same director as, what was the film? It's escaped me. He's done another good film, but it's completely escaped me. So I think he's called John Howe or something. Yeah. So, yeah. Or Hugh, John Howe. And he had done another film, but it's completely gone. Maybe someone could fill that in the comments section if anybody does comment. Anyway, that's my review and quick thoughts on Twins of Evil. Really liked it. 4 out of 5. Great performances. Peter Cushing's outstanding, as he normally is in these sort of period pieces. And yeah, looking forward to watching more Hammer horror after this one, because if they're anything like this, you know, great films. I know Hammer kind of in the 70s, they started to get into more violence and blood, whereas you know, in the 50s and stuff, they were a little bit more subtle, I think, from what I gather, from what I've read and things like that. And then obviously they had to up their game a bit as other scary films were becoming more violent and bloodier. Anyway, that's my review. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.